Hello, everybody. It's Monday and it's bloody hot.
You know what, Steve? I'm not hot in the slightest. I'm actually in trousers right now.
Why? Why? You in an
not
igloo?
hot. Yeah, I'm insulated. I've got a very nice insulated home.
So you were just
an aircon unit.
So while the rest of us are here baking, you're just flexing in your air-conditioned home.
I slept in pajamas last night and a blanket.
That's too much information for a Monday night. No, I don't want to even consider that mental image. Thanks very much, mate. Cheers for that. Anyway, let's move on to.
I've seen what you sleep in, Steve.
What, my negligee?
I just saw Steve feet.
Yeah. That's quite creepy. You bust into my hotel room at 10 o'clock in the morning. Was it 10 o'clock? No, it was about 9 o'clock. What?
Yeah,
swine. Anyway, let's get back to a bit of normality. Anyway, yes, it is hot and it's uncomfortable, and having a browse the comments, I think everyone's suffering the same way that we are. But welcome to Monday night. It's a Plastic Crack Podcast, Series 3, Episode 25 or 26. I can't remember because my brain is mush at the moment, so I'm not even going to try and think about it. Big thank you to everyone that's currently watching on the catch up.
Yeah, buddy.
2 minutes. You'll notice we are still a man down. Dom is still away. Do you want me to show you what Dom's been doing?
Yeah. Well, yeah. You talk about the picture he sent us.
I'm talking about this.
To me, that looks like WKD blue.
To me, that looks like antifreeze.
Drano, Domestos, bleach, you name it. It looks like. I mean, what is that? Let's dabble with the truth now. What the bloody hell is that?
It's either a Blue Lagoon, WKD blue. Hi, Haley.
Yeah, and he's got the audacity to take the piss out of my fruity beers, and he's drinking that.
He said he was doing that in Ken's honour, didn't he? That does look like that thing I painted on that miniature of yours at Christmas. That really does.
I think I only have to look at that and I've got heartburn. Absolutely horrendous stuff. Dom, I will never. No, I'm gonna make sure that he drinks at least one pineapple milkshake ale between now and the end of the year. But there we go, everyone. That's what Dom has been up to, drinking very odd blue drinks.
Ooh, someone's having a barbecue.
Someone's having a barbecue. Well, it's definitely barbecue weather, I would say.
I can smell it, yeah, but not on a Monday.
Not on a Monday, no. Yes.
So it is. It's barbecuing just for the weekends where you're from.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it like policed? No Monday barbecues by strict order of the law.
Pretty much.
So you're not hot, and there's weird barbecues going on.
Exactly.
Martin, we've just entered Ken's strange world. It's going to be a long one tonight.
Well, I say I'm not hot. I'm comfortable. I wouldn't say I'm uncomfortable, if that makes sense.
Right.
It doesn't make sense. Everyone in the country at the moment is uncomfortable. Everybody.
Yeah,
and Matt, yes,
I'm down
Dom
south.
is drinking.
I'm down south. Yeah, weird shit.
Dom is drinking weird shit. Weird shit brings us on to the topic of tonight's podcast. So, I've borrowed heavily from tonight's podcast from all-round top northern bloke, Yarkshire Ken, who has his 5 wargaming rules of how to approach the hobby. Now, it came to me that we as the PCP don't have rules, do we? Well,
unfortunately, well.
We probably should, but we've never got around to it.
We have rules. We have rules free for the Facebook group. But that is about it, isn't it?
They're not even really rules. They were just questions. There are no rules in the group.
No, there are no
questions.
It's a wild west.
So what we've all done is we've all brought to the metaphysical table our own wargaming rules. And what we're going to try and do by a series of elimination, threats, fist fights, and all other kind of things, we're going to try and come up with sort of 5 or 6 PCP commandment rules that will form our wargaming commandments moving forward. I can't wait for this. It's going to be quite fun because Ken's quite a traditional gamer, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yarkshire Ken, he's quite traditional, whereas us 4 we've got slightly different slants on the hobby.
Slightly different.
Slightly
But
different. slants.
basically, what you're saying is we're going to have an argument for 2 hours.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's great, isn't it?
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, that's what people tune in for, the drama.
Anything for controversy for Ken.
Yeah.
Right, let's have a look to see who's braved the hell-like temperatures out there to join us tonight. We've got Gary Phillips, we've got Benjamin Christensen, Pat Neal, David Baker, Laser Pirate Painting, Carl Burks, Ham and Jam, Andrew JF, Enemy in Sight, Mortzuk, Friends of General Haig, Steve Harbour, yes, Carl Burks, John Sowerby, still at work in South Florida. Well, cheers, John.
I bet that's hotter there.
I bet it's a bit hotter there. A bit more humid as well, I should imagine.
Yeah, it's not been that's what I'm trying to say. It's not been humid, has it?
It has up here. It's been absolutely ungodly humid up here. It's awful.
It's dry. That's what I mean.
No.
It's all good.
So we got Ian Wright, we got John Selby out, and Bicker. I'm losing all the names. Bicker City's here. Hello, Don. Storm of Steel. He's not guessing this week. Big thanks to Alex for his stepping in last week.
Yeah.
Cheers,
much
Alex.
appreciated.
Much appreciated that, Alex. It's what's I don't do Fahrenheit, so I can't work out what that is. 95 degree Fahrenheit. What?
That's warm.
Know.
That's warm.
Let's just call it warm. Yes. We got Matt Wright, Mobile and Hostile, Mike Jones.
35, Steve.
35. That's
Yeah,
a bit hotter. I mean, me and Martin sort of checked before we came on. We're both sat in 28 degrees at the moment. So
but he said, it's like 28 feels like 30.
Feels like 30.
I'm all right. I'm 24 at the minute. Nice and comfy. It says here 24.
Ken, if I could virtually slap you right now.
It says 24 feels like 23.
Feels like 23. It's going the wrong way. Oh God! Right, Alan's here.
Tomorrow,
Crossing Up with Gaming, Bren Flynn, Stoic Steve, Harpham, Leslie. It's 30 degrees in northern France. Steph's here. Andy Rue. Steve is bemoaning the lack of metal. Yes, we'll try and put that right at some point tonight.
We'll sort something out.
Yeah, we'll sort something. Shrink 7, Gary Clark. Miller's here. Hello, Miller. CC Audi. Hello, everyone from Colorado. Who else is here? Welcome, Mewit. Yorkshire. It's done that thing again where it's jumped all the way to the bloody bottom. Here we go. Yorkshire Dragoon. Hello, Tim. Shakers and Sprues. Mark. Cat Roger. Louis Baby. Hello. And
Hello.
Bad Beagle. And I've got to the bottom and I'm not going any further. So. Oh God, I'm tired just doing that. I'm just so.
Should we cancel now and just done?
No, because I want to get these things out of the way. I'm looking forward to see what you guys have put on your list because, like I say, controversy. And before we do that, quick update on the upcoming sensational event that is Crackcon 3.
That is it. Yep, the Crack of Doom. Give it.
The Crack of Doom. So we're down to the yes.
Oh, very.
There we go. Crackcon 3, the Crack of Doom, 15th of October, 2022. I even got the date wrong. What is going on tonight? My brain's just melting. So come and join us in Derby for
October.
Yes, 2020.
Did you? I thought you said 2022.
No, I eventually corrected myself. I think I'm just descending into some kind of mush hell. Come and join us on the 15th of October 2022 for a day of rolling some dice and other wargaming related tomfoolery.
How many tickets are left?
We've got a handful left.
A handful of tickets left. So Martin, where's the best place where they can find the link?
The best place they can find the link is on the Facebook group, but I shall find it and post it in the chat, a la Dom would normally do. And yes, just head over to there and purchase it. So there are a few now. If all those tickets go, and there's still people who want to come, then fear not, because I can have a chat with the venue. It's just we can't release too many all at once. So I will find the link. I'll post it up in the chat. And but if you're on the Facebook group, then you can go over there. Of course, please come and join the Facebook group. It was sitting happily at 666 members. I was quite tempted to just the thing was when people were saying, can we join? I was tempted to go. No, I just want to keep it at 666 because there we go. That's a happy number. But no. It's doing very, very, very well at the moment. And of course, yes, if you've got any more people to come, or if there's any more questions about Crackcon, then just ask. It's going to be a couple of weeks, and then the list of games will go up. So if you would like to put on a game, or if there's a game you'd be interested in trying to ask if someone else would put on, then go for it. If you have a request, for example, if you are desperate to play some Turnip, then ask Steve. Or if you desperate to play some sort of Wars of the Roses thing, then let me know, because we're always happy to try and accommodate where we can. Other than that, I think that's all there is. There'll be some t-shirts that will be going up for sale as normal, and more news will be released as we get close to the time.
Yes, I'm going to play this time. I'm going to actually play. I'm not going to host this time. I'm going to play a game.
So you're not actually going to do any job then and help. You're just going to.
No, I'm going to do a Dom this time.
You didn't even host last time. I hosted. You helped and sat at the other end. How? We've already decided what you're doing. Actually, me and Tom were having a chat. We've actually already decided what you're doing. No, you're going to go wandering around.
Yeah, Benjamin's asked a good question. When's Crackcon 4?
Who knows? Who knows? like now we'll be saying, oh yeah, no, it's not going to be till October or summer next year, and then we'll finish this one and be like, no, let's do it in January.
It'll be a week later. Crackcon 4 a week later. Absolutely. Just seen a thing from Andy. Steve, fancy some Nam? Quite possibly, my good man, because I am enjoying painting up these Vietnam things so much. I definitely want to do something with them. So. Yes, definitely on my list of things I could be doing at Crackcon 3. But yeah, keep that in mind. Okay, so back to the agenda. Martin, what have you been up to this week apart from melting?
I have been swearing a lot of my editing software, which updated without me wanting to do it, and then having to spend 5 days getting used to a new interface.
I'm so happy about this.
Why?
Because it caused you pain.
It didn't cause me pain. Well, yeah, it did cause me. It's just frustrating.
It's good to know. It's just good to know that you just.
So
I really, really hope you go on call. I hope you go. Do you know what?
So Martin, given that you and I both use the same editing software, have I got this fresh hell to look forward to?
What version are you on now? On what? I just updated to 11.5 or something like that.
Just don't update it. Just don't update it.
Oh, it didn't give me the choice. It was like
I'm still on 11, but I'm not quite sure what version. Oh god.
Yeah, no, it's don't get me wrong, it's very, very, very good. But because I was trying to edit a video at the time, and I sat down to do it, and I was like, right, I'm gonna do this. I'll have this knocked out in a day. And then it's like, no, and because I was doing a painting video, and painting videos are the most editing intensive videos, it was like, right, that's horrendous. So that took me ages, but no, wargaming wise, I did a couple of things. I played another game of 0-200 hours, which I'm friend with our little gaming group, just to try out the rules a little bit more. I'm going to be having another game very soon, which will be filming. But just to give you an idea, this was you might think this is the stellar moment where my SAS captain is sneaking up behind the German sentry there, who obviously has been detected and my guy hasn't. What you didn't see is how I proceeded to miss him about 4 times, still remain hidden. And I was just getting so angry and so frustrated because I just had one of those things that, it doesn't matter in any game with dice, you could just roll so atrociously badly that you'll miss. I just needed 1 hit on 5 dice to come up. That's all I needed. And every single time I missed.
That is frustration.
It was a good game, and I really enjoyed it. So I just want to get used to the rules a little bit more, setting out the patrol markers. So I'm going to be having another game, which very, very soon, which we're going to be filming. But here's just a little picture of some of the finished, more of the finished Germans. So yeah, that's actually the sum total of what I've been doing. But I've actually been sort of.
Is that a ginger German?
Yes. 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 What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Ken, you appear to be
Look at that.
massively taken aback by that.
Yeah, I've never
What's
seen
wrong
a
with
ginger
that?
German.
I
I've never seen a ginger German
no.
before.
Well, you have now. I've got. I tell you what it is. Actually, it's because when I do blonde hair, right, I usually mix a little bit of snakebite leather with Nasdrag yellow, and I didn't. I mixed Gore Grunter fur with it, which is more red.
Oh,
And then I painted it on.
a really
and then
nice
by the-
ginger, to be fair.
And then by the time I finished, I was like, yeah, I'm going to leave him. So he was an accidental ginger. Yeah.
Accidental ginger.
So yeah, but no, they're good. They're just great fun to try and go up. But no, they've been a lot of fun. Red Steffer says, yeah, the delivery has been delayed for that. He put up a picture of the ship actually tracking across the Atlantic today with the stuff in it. But it's just one of those things when the plastic's getting made somewhere else. I think the one good thing, he's been very, very good at still posting updates about it, which is very nice, and not just waiting for people to sort of get really angry and ask. But yeah, that's all I've been doing. I've been planning a lot of other things, been getting ready for the next that's very, very good, very true. So what I've been doing a lot of planning for the next set of battle reports, which is going to be things like the Crusade. Got some, hopefully, going to get some black powder, but also just trying out a couple of other systems. So a bit of planning for the channel, but that's been my week basically. So not a lot.
Oh, well, at least you've got some games in. That's the main.
I got some
thing,
games in.
isn't
That's
it?
true.
Yes. Ken, do you want to let the viewers know what you bought last week?
Yes. So interestingly, I kind of bit the bug and did a trip down to in Toyman in Poole, not far from me, and I bought some of these for O Group, Plastic Soldier Company, Late War Volkswagen paratroopers. But me being me, I didn't just stop there.
Really?
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 I also bought Hit the Beach.
Do you know what that box set is awesome?
It's
fantastic.
I know.
Box set. I just wanted it for the German half.
That's what I'll be doing.
It's giving me 2 guns and 3 tanks. So that's and some grenadiers because what I'm doing. It's because obviously there's not a real massive, huge amount of lists for it, which I was quite sad about, to be honest. I wish there was like a Fallschirmjäger list, but I gather it's German infantry, and all that sort of stuff. But I'm doing a Kampfgruppe, so I'm doing Fallschirmjäger company. I'm doing Luftwaffe Field Division company, and I'm also going to do either a Grenadier company or I'm going to do an SS company and just form a Kampfgruppe.
Cool.
And to just be a bit different, instead of all just being the same thing. I'm trying to get hold of some Marder 3s. I know that they use Hetzers and stuff like that, but I like the assault gun, the Marder sort of assault guns I really like, or a Marder 2 assault guns. So 15mm Marders, if anyone knows who does those, that would be quite handy.
Battlefront do them.
Oh, right, okay.
I think it's it's the Tank Hunter starter box. You get, I was actually looking at, you get 88s, you get Hetzers, you get Marders, you get Panzer. I know artillery's off table, but I'd like something to represent it. And I don't want 88s, I want 105 howitzers or something like that. Do you know what a good route might be? Try eBay. There's loads of people on there that sell individual sprues.
Have you ever heard of eBay, Ken? Have you ever heard of eBay?
One or two things from there. No, I've been having a look through eBay for it because sometimes you just need one or two things. You don't need an entire box.
No.
There's lots and lots of shops out there that have broken them down into individual tanks.
I like the sound of that.
So that way you can tailor what you need.
Oh, that's pretty handy. Yeah, because it's like that's one of the reasons I bought that set, because obviously I've got 2 anti-tank guns and I've got 3 Panzer IVs there. That's perfect. Yep. That's armor, anti-tank guns sorted. I've got machine guns and all that. I've even got like a little, I think it comes with a V1 flying bomb as well. So
it does. Yeah,
bit of terrain or something. Or maybe I'll incorporate that into my command base somehow. Don't know, but I'll work something out. But I'm not going to stick with. I've got them at the moment, just like sat in the Battlefront bases. But I'm not. I've decided I'm not going to stick with those. I'm going to go with the Perry bases you get, and do a bit more dioramery sort of stuff. If that makes sense. I'm going to do that. So yeah, I'm looking. I'm started cutting them out and stuff and getting them sorted and glued up. Well, I haven't glued them on yet, but just getting them laid out. So that was the first thing. Obviously, I wasn't on last week, so I made a trip.
A trip where?
I went.
Yes.
I went to see VK, and so I now am the proud owner of his bike Normans.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are absolutely incredible. So I went and did a trade. I've got 3 boxes behind me. I'm just started taking them out of the boxes today, and I'm gonna be putting them in the case. I'm just gonna take me ages because I'm
awesome.
That apart from looking awesome, I'm having to look at every single base before I move on because they're just so fucking. They're painted so nicely and they're beautiful, and they're all metal.
And Vikings.
Yes. So I'm going to be able to use it. I'm going to be able to use them for obviously the First Crusade. So I'm very much looking forward to trying out some Lion and Rampant rules of them.
They've delayed the release of that, haven't they? Lion Rampant 2.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah,
I did see that.
Yeah, I do like the rule set anyway. So these are absolutely beautiful. I'll probably do a video on these at some point. But they are gorgeous. I'm like.
Why don't you just link the one that VK's already done?
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I could do that, but it's a newer update. Oh, traffic on my channel, you bastard!
I mean, what editing software? I mean, Steve's Filmora. What do you use, Ken?
Fucking hell! DaVinci Resolve.
Yeah. What's that like? How do you find it?
I enjoy it. Yeah, it's fine. It's good for what I need.
Yeah. I think Alex said he uses. I think Alex said he uses Filmora as well. I mean, I anytime anyone mentions it, and I can wax lyrical about how good Filmora is. It's beyond good in my words.
It is good. The thing was that it is. There's loads of tutorials. There's loads of that. So obviously, I know I've just been swearing about it, but that's because basically it surprised me out of nowhere. I just went, I'm going to update now, and I was desperately trying to get this thing. It's hot. I was getting crabby, and I just wanted to edit this bloody thing. But that being said, it's still very, very quick, and the interface is really, really
oh yeah, it's for me, and I've used quite a few free ones before, but this one I finally bit the bullet and actually paid for some software. Well worth it because I was using it 5 minutes after installing it. It's so intuitive and everything's just where it should be. It's drag and drop. The effects are so easy to use.
How much is it?
I think I paid. I think all in. With tax, I think I paid just under 70 quid.
Yeah. That's it.
But
you get all updates for free after that.
Yeah, lifetime license, no watermarks, free updates. Can't go wrong with that, really, can you?
And a massive library of effects and content and music and all sorts of.
Yeah,
that's
really, really good. We got a question for me. What snipers go with the German Grenadiers? I've just bought the Bandit Brothers set. I'd like to get snipers both sides. There's metal ones. There's metal ones that you can. I think the Warlord do blisters. Which do they do a late war German sniper?
And
do you know what? I could be talking about my arse there. I don't think they do an airborne sniper either.
No, they don't. They just. Do they even do a German sniper?
They do a Fallschirmjäger sniper and they do a winter German one. I don't know about the Grenadier one though. Gareth, I've kit bashed all my sniper teams because I'm weird and I don't like metal miniatures. But the best thing, have a look through Warlord's German catalogue. I'm pretty sure they don't do a US airborne sniper, but I'm not quite sure where they do a Grenadier one. If not, the dead easy to kit bash. All you do is get your standard airborne or German Grenadier. You can get plastic sniper rifles. In fact, what I'll do is I've got quite a collection of Kit Bash sniper teams. If you're on the Facebook group, I'll put a couple on later this week. They're really, really easy to do. So yeah, that's probably the way to go. In fact, I might do an actual post in the Facebook group about that, because it is quite. I don't like the metal snipers. I just don't think they look very, very good. So that's why I'd much prefer plastic ones. What's this? Steve uses heat as an inspiration to finally finish his chin dits. My chin dits are now Australian. They've been painted base and have been folded into my Australian bolt action army. So I did finish them, sort of, but they're Australians, not chin dits. If that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yes, good. You can just use an empty base and say the snipers are really well camouflaged. That's the cheaper option, absolutely, yes. Just
Free
use
option.
a base. And, yeah, the free option. Just cover a base and clump foliage, and there we go.
There we go. I've just posted the link to the Crackcon tickets as well in the chat.
Oh, there we go. This caused a bit of a ruckus, didn't it? Anyone buying up a few Agrax Earthshades?
Oh, I saw about this, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, pissed on people's parade, didn't it?
Well, yes, because I mean, I've been saying for the past 9 months, every bottle of Agrax I buy has been shonky in some way. And it's really, really shined up on my miniatures, so I've just stopped using it. I saw the writing on the wall back then, but yeah, it has definitely caused a bit of consternation in the wargaming community with what are they called? They've been reformulated, the new ones.
Yeah,
It sounds stupid, but why reformulate something that's perfect?
Well, there we go.
You know why? Because there's probably a part in it that they can't get hold of that's really expensive now, and they don't want to pass the cost on.
And they're selling a smaller pot for the same price. But I'm not going to go down that road. I'm taking the moral high ground.
Oh, you went there. You went there.
Yeah. Do you know something? I haven't used Agrax Earthshade in like 3 years, 4 years.
Just use the
maybe.
army turtle. The army turtle.
Oh, I didn't even use. I used that. Or I used the old Vallejo wash. I can't even think of. I know I've got a bottle somewhere that's been kicking around. If anyone wants it, it's still here somewhere. It just sits there, not doing very much.
Tell you what, Gareth. What I'll do is I'll try and put a very, very quick video together and pop it on the channel if you're not on Facebook, because I know not everyone is on Facebook, but it's something somebody's asked me in the past to do and I've never got around to doing it. So that's definitely given me inspiration for bolt action sniper. So I'll try and get around to that at some point next week. But yeah, the whole Agrax wash new contrast debacle. I don't know. But I've not used. Martin said I've not used Agrax now. Well, must be over. Well, not this year anyway. What I've started doing is using Nolan oil combined with Reichland flesh shade, and using that. But now I've started using Vallejo washes. They're quite good. I've got army painted ones as well. So yes, I am moving away from those washes, because it just sounds like they're not going to be the wash that everyone used to use. Essentially, I used to love it. I used to absolutely. I couldn't at one point. I couldn't paint that Agrax. It was like paint. Let's get the fire hose of Agrax Earthshade out and just blast everything to within an inch of its life.
So what is it? Because they've sort of the shades are working through it. Because I saw the Nolan oil one, which sort of just is more like it just goes into the recesses now, like the pin wash, isn't it? More than it leaves the things a bit smoother. Which I swear to God, they've only done so people can paint stormtroopers. I swear to God. Which, fair enough. I haven't seen how the Agrax turns out. Is it just lighter now or something?
It looked a bit. From the Tabletop Minions video that I watched on Friday, and Andy posted in the Facebook group, they all seemed very, very different. But the Agrax one was a bit splodgy.
Right.
But my problem with Agrax over the past sort of year or so is every bottle I've bought has ended up with a gloss finish, and it's ruined miniatures. So I decided no more. In fact, I've got 2 pots here. There's one there, and there's one. Where's the other one? There you go. 2 pots of full Agrax Earthshade that I can't use. So got £10 worth of stuff there as well. Swines. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see as more and more people start testing the washes, exactly what people think of them. But
More
yeah,
pissed off people there'll be.
it's given me an incentive to move away and try new things.
Good shout.
We're going to come on to this in the commandments. This is one of mine.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun. It is after shake. I've shaken them. I've shaken them into their lives. I've tried, putting a bit of medium in with the wash. Nothing. They all turn out really shiny. In fact, I know that Travis, when he was painting his 0200 Germans, he had the same problem with his Agrax. It went shiny. Right, Martin, do you want to keep swearing? Or...
Sorry, it's one of these kits where you got to like not glue some of it so that the radar dish spins, and I think I've just bloody it's going to be stationary. Sod it.
Right. I'm going to move on to what I've been doing. It shouldn't come as any surprise to anybody what I've been doing over the past week. O group, the addiction is still there. So I'm getting very, 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 very close. In fact, without dropping it, I don't know whether you can see this or not. That is my O group army at the moment.
Bloody hell. That's insane.
And it's not quite finished. So what I've added to that is I got some armor last week. So first of all I painted some Churchills, some nice 15mm Churchills. These are from Battlefront in the Churchill's King's Force box. Really, really lovely models. But 10 minutes to put together, sorted, bish bash bosh.
Cool.
Then
Sorry, I didn't know what's coming.
Then I got to some Shermans. Now they're a combination of Battlefront on the left, and on the right, I was going to say Plastic Soldier Company, and it is, but only half. Those tracks are from a Battlefront Sherman because I could not get my head around the multi-tracks in the Plastic Soldier Company box. So I swore, I flailed, I hissed and growled, and eventually I just decided to kit Battlefront tracks to the side of the Firefly. And here they all are. So that's two. We got one platoon of Churchills and one platoon, which is it's meant to be a Sherman 76mm, but it's just LARPing as a 76mm. We've got a Churchill, a Firefly there as well. Now, not content with just finishing my armor, I've also been doing some anti-tank guns. Well, so you have a 6-pounder anti-tank gun platoon in the British list for O group. So I finished that yesterday.
Very nice.
So that's 2 6-pounders with crew, and you need tows for these guys. So I'm using universal carriers. And it took me ages to work out what size base to put them on, because they arrive with the standard sort of Flames of War infantry base one. I mean, it's a good size, but for me, I like bases to be bigger than smaller. And so I just glued two MDF bases together to make those bigger bases. But I'm literally on the home stretch. All I've got to paint to completely finish everything is 6 bases of infantry, and I need to base this universal carrier, and that is my entire O group project virtually done.
Nice.
So I've been quite busy. Just, I don't know what it is. It's addictive. It's absolutely addictive. Yeah, I definitely agree with this.
You've done that very quick as well, haven't you? I mean, I know, like, you're more on speed with a normal person, unlike Dom.
Dom's ridiculously fast.
He painted his Soviets in a weekend. I mean, for God's sake. But yeah, absolutely true. Once you've had a Battlefront plastic tank in your grubby hands, you never look back. Absolutely. In fact, I said this to Martin before we came on, is that for 15mm, those Battlefront plastics are the pinnacle. You don't get any better than that. They're just that good. They're really, really just that good. But yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I think it's just under a month I've been doing that for, but I've not even had like lengthy painting sessions. I've been doing a couple of hours each night, and that's it. I've not sat down and painted. I mean, on Friday, I did a bit of painting, but for the most part, it's just been a couple of hours here, a couple of hours there, and they're so quick to paint as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing Ken do his, because everyone's got their own different approach to how they're painting these things and how they're basing them. I think that's what really appeals to me, is that everyone's got their own unique way of putting things together.
That's what I mean. That's what I quite like about it. It's quite free like that, isn't it?
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
So, what army next? German. I'm doing a late war German to go up against my British, because I either want to solo it or get my mate round to play, because I don't think he'll paint 15 mil unless I convince him it's the way forward. Because 28 mil, it's dead. It's dead, people. It's dead. Ken.
I didn't say it, so there you go. There you go. Steve said it now, so you can shout at Steve from now on.
I was just being facetious.
I think you secretly think it's Steve, because you love the O group.
No, I really want to go back to painting. I'm literally my 11th Armored Division project. I am literally three models away from finishing that. That's another video. But I got totally absorbed with this O group stuff. It was like an addiction. It's an obsession. So that's where I'm up to. Hopefully it'll be finished by the end of this week, and I might get a video out next week if I can. Let's have a look. So are we ready to a bit of controversy? I know Ken's been looking forward to this. Okay, so on to the main crux of tonight's episode, the PCP Wargaming Commandments. So what I did, I asked all the guys to Dom submitted his without much prodding.
Prodding, he had it over in like 30 seconds.
It was very. He's probably been waiting there to get this out of the way.
He's had it written for ages. He's probably been sitting there deciding about like whether to try, like what to try and do with it. Waiting for the opportune moment. I want to see what people come up with in the chat as well. That's what I'm quite excited for. I'm quite interested to see what goes around in there.
So so get your comments in. What are your wargaming commandments or rules? I can imagine the word basing will be used at some point in the comments, because that seems to set people off. Like Alex said last week on Twitter, you mentioned basing vehicles.
The word explodes.
It just goes off because people like it or people hate it. But we'll get to that in a second, because Dom does mention that, and I've mentioned it in mine as well. So
I've mentioned it as well.
Good stuff. Right,
so
are we going to read out all our number ones and then try and decide if they should be,
done it? It turns. Look, it turns.
Does it turn?
Happy now.
Yay!
Yay. Well, it turns 3/4 of the way and then stops. So if anything was coming in from like the west,
it's a defective radar.
Yeah. Which is, you could say it's been sabotaged.
It's been sabotaged.
To be fair, you're not going to put a motor on it, so it shouldn't turn anyway. So you shouldn't have to worry. Be fine. There you go. Put a little motor on it.
It's fucking. This is you and your. I need to stop swearing. It's because I'm hot. Your model train enthusiast coming out. You'd have loved it at the weekend from your side. I went to a steam rally with loads of traction engines and stuff like that.
I don't like traction engines.
It's just a train on land, or like with wheels.
Yeah, I know, but I like.
It's exactly the same.
I'm not a fan of traction engines.
You're an odd man. Let's get on with this. I can't. Okay, it's too hot. It's too hot.
I'm gonna start with
mine.
There's dark fruits in it.
No, it's the fruity strongbow. Because that's all they had at the shop.
Right. Let's start off with Dom's number one. Here we go. Okay, so this is about projects.
Do we get a veto? Do we get one veto each? Just one veto.
Well, no, because we're going to listen to them. We're going to discuss, and then we're going to settle on the final 6.
Jeez.
So they've got to cut the mustard. So Dom's first one, Ben, he was really, really shit hot, and the way he was out of the blocks on this straight away. So number 1, have more projects than you'll ever need.
No.
Yeah, but that's only what you're saying now because you rinsed house, and isn't it? You did have more projects than you'd ever need, and then you didn't.
Yeah, and it made me depressed. And it made me
you're slowly building them up, aren't you? You're still slowly building up projects, aren't you?
No.
You've got what you got? You got 15 mil, World War II.
Yeah.
You've got some bolt action stuff to finish, haven't you? That's still on the go.
Bow action.
What about your Horus
Lord of
Heresy
the
Marines?
Rings.
Yeah, you got some Horus Heresy stuff. Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
still something to do, isn't it?
It's 5 things because they've got the tanks as well. The team.
Yeah, how do you constitute more than you will need? That's the thing. How do you constitute?
Dom.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but I'm not being funny, right? If Dom didn't buy any minis and the speedy paints, I reckon he could have it done in 2 years.
2 years.
Give him 2 years. Yeah.
I reckon he could.
Well, and that's everything.
I reckon he could do it all. Yeah, I've seen how much is there. If he painted the way he paints, I reckon 2 years he could do it all. And that's no shit. I genuinely think he could do it all in 2 years. But he can't stop buying. That's his problem. He's like me.
Confucius has spoken. Just remember my
voice from beyond,
commandments are all right. Get back to your blue drinks, you weirdo.
Yeah.
So are we saying that's going to make the maybe list?
What do a chat think? What do a chat think? Is that how does the chat sit? Do you agree?
I think it was it Robin said if you can list your projects, you don't have too many.
That's true. That's all right. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
That's a good way of putting it.
If you can list them, you don't have too many.
It's not a bad one. But what's your first one then, Steve?
So my first one is kind of similar, but not. Never forget the pile of shame.
Never forget it.
No. So what I mean is that unless you're Dom, in which case you just buy and buy and buy. I'm always quite thoughtful of what I've got left to paint.
Yeah.
And this drives what I'm getting myself into for future projects. I buy enough that I can complete and that they're not going to end up on the pile of shame that's under my desk.
Yeah. No, it's a good shout, yeah, because I completely forgot I bought a Panzer III once. So, yeah, no, that is quite a good one as well.
Okay.
Shit.
Never forget the pile of opportunity.
Pile of opportunity,
yeah.
Jesus. It's not a bad shout.
No, okay. Yeah, Martin, have you got a project related one?
I basically said you should always have your next project brewing in your head to stop yourself going mad. because I'm always thinking about the next one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always thinking about it. I'll be painting something, and I'm always thinking in the back of my head about what I'm doing, what I'm going to be doing next, and how I can do it. Because I'll often be painting something, or I'll be doing some bases, and I'll be like, "Oh, I'll that's how I'll do my next. That's how I'll do my next project." Yep. So that's how you end up with snow bases, and then decide that you don't want to do them anymore. But I'll do some. I did 4 models on snow bases, so I'll do my whole next project like that. Now I've just got to find an army to fit it. We won't go into it though. But yeah, that's the only kind of project one I've got. So I always think about what I'm doing next. What I'm meant to be doing.
Mine is keep it simple. So keep your project simple and achievable. So keep it simple.
Right. Bit of a head to head now. Which one are we going to go for out of those?
What were they? Read them out.
So
read them out.
So we got Dom's, which is have more projects than you'll ever need. Mine is never forget about the pile of shame / opportunity. Yours is always be planning your projects, and Ken is keep it simple.
I like the way that Robin worded it. I'm going to say none of it. I like what Robin worded is if you can count your projects on one hand, then you don't have enough.
Okay.
Or you don't have too many. You don't have too many. If you can
Never
count
let
them
it be-
on,
Yeah.
you can count them. Then you don't have.
If you
too
can
many.
count all your projects, you don't have too many. I like that.
Right. If you can count your projects.
Dom raises a good point. Hit the like button, and remember, you can find links to all our channels down below and to the Facebook group, and come and join it. And
That's a note. That's beautiful.
Okay.
PR there, mine.
I know.
So never let it
I
be said.
definitely should be at advertising.
Never let it be
Picking up
said that we don't listen to our viewers. We came with 4, and we chose none of them. We chose one.
We chose one that you picked.
So cheers, Robin. You've made it into your suggestion has made it fit to the PCP Commandments.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, number 2. Actually, do you think we're just gonna steal them all from the viewers?
Pretty much.
It could happen.
Pretty much. That's how we get video ideas, isn't it? It's how you've just ended up doing a video for next week.
Yeah.
Because someone's asking to do one, and you know someone's going to watch it.
Yeah.
Top stuff. Right. Now the Dom's number 2 is quite controversial.
It's going to be
Of course it
blue.
is.
Metal trumps plastic.
Ooh, something to do with that. I've got something around like plasticky metal sort of stuff. Mine is say no to resin.
Ooh.
Okay. My one is I don't really have one that's sort of like that. My close one is no human size 28mm model should come in more than 7 pieces.
Yeah, but that just eliminates Victrix.
I vote for that because that just sounds awesome.
The British
No,
Victrix
it does fit Victrix. No, I counted the Normans for Victrix, and they came in the most I could find was 7.
Do you know what's beautiful?
And
Do you know what's beautiful? I've got a set of those that Fraser painted up, so I'm never gonna have to do them. So
no, they're fine. The Normans are fine. But
beautiful.
every time I look at the Victrix, all I can think about are those
British.
sodding British. Yeah,
British.
it just
Napoleon
I have
British.
nightmares. I have nightmares. Robin's was good, but mine was better.
Of course
Right,
it
yeah.
was.
Right? No, are we happy with Martin's suggestion? I think
we
that
didn't even hear
actually works.
What's
We didn't
yours?
hear yours. We didn't hear yours.
I didn't have one. I mean,
Oh.
everyone knows that I hate metal miniatures anyway, so it's going to be a bit of a moot point. So, what was yours, Ken? Say no to resin.
Say no to resin. Yeah.
Oh, I knew
That's
this was going to get spicy.
I can't even say the bloody
The
word.
reason
Controversial.
So I'll give you a bit of backstory behind this. The reason I
Can you
say
just-
no. Good.
Read
The reason I
that
say
first.
no.
Read that.
Yeah.
What does it say? Metal trumps
It's-
plastic. I erased the Perry Brothers setting.
Go on, Ken. Go on, dude.
Yes, the Perry's mercenary set. That's that. I raised that. No, mine's for a couple of reasons. One is price. So for example, people over at Games Workshop Forge World charging an extortionate amount of price for their resin miniatures. Absolutely ludicrous. So price can be an issue for some people. Do I say it? But sometimes they might be expensive, but then you go to the other end of the scale and the quality is not as good.
Mm-hmm.
A bit flexible from certain manufacturers that shall not be named, but we know who they were talking about. So, well, they shouldn't have flexible minis, and I wouldn't have to say they're flexible, would I?
I don't mind a bit of flex in a bit.
A bit, but
yeah.
making them do the fucking what's it called? What the thing where you go underneath the pole?
Oh, what is he doing?
What,
Is that your
Dan?
limbo? Is
Yeah,
that
the
how you
that's
limbo?
it.
Oh,
Hooray, fucking
wonder what
limbo.
you were doing.
Right, Crackcon 3, get him on the Baileys and get a big stick.
Limbo stick. I want to see you limbo stick. I don't
we
want
should
I
have
want
called
to
it
see you
Crack-
try
we
limbo.
should
Yeah.
have called it. We should have called it Crackcon 3. Find Ken's driving license. That's all. That's what we should have called it.
Yeah.
You never know; it could still be there on the floor.
I imagine if I tried limbo dancing, my back would go and you'd end up all have to carry me back to the hotel. It'd be rather undignified for all parties concerned.
Yeah. Do you know what pisses me off about that driving license more than anything else? It's got my fucking address on it, and someone could just literally put it in a post thing and say, "Come here, can you just send me the money for the postage if they were decent humans?" That's what's really annoying. Just a bit of a tangent, but yeah.
A bit of a sociological rant from Brother Ken there.
And I thought Northerners were meant to be nice people. You've let me down, Derby.
Derby's the Midlands.
Yeah, anything north of me is north.
Well, clearly.
I'm going to Yorkshire on Saturday. Look at that.
Is it train related?
Kind of.
You're
I'm stopping off in the train
Steam Museum, yeah.
Yeah, I'm stopping off in the Rails of Sheffield shop on Saturday. Laura knows now, and she's not too pleased. So she's going to look around the train shop for a good hour or so, because that's my privilege for driving. And then we're staying up there for a week. So we're going to the Railway Museum. She's ecstatic, as you can tell probably. But yeah. We're going off a fucking tangent again.
Ken, I've just noticed Dom's third point.
Go on.
Resin is the devil, apparently.
Yeah, there you go. Say no to resin.
See, I don't mind the 3D printed stuff.
Yeah,
I don't mind that at all, because I've been working with.
But the quality's. Yeah.
The quality's fine. Those miniatures that you get
only if you got a good. Only if you've got a good printer.
Yeah, but that's the same for but that's why you buy them from people who've got good printers.
Yes,
that's why you get those services. That's the same plastic. That's why I won't buy certain plastics, because I think they're crap. But I agree with what you mean. No, resin. I mean, I think resin how it used to be, like some of the old resin things are awful.
What about a compromise? Say no to bad resin.
I don't know. Can we compromise?
Or is that just crap?
I don't think you can compromise in the commandment.
No.
I don't think you can compromise. Put it on the maybe list.
No. There's controversial. Plastic first, metal second. Oh! Resin third. Just something like that. So like.
Yeah, but Dom's is metal trumps plastic.
Yeah, but Dom's just strange.
He drinks blue drinks. Oh, sorry.
And that's how he can paint so quick, because he does one-piece minis.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm with James here. Seven parts was the best one, because no, I mean I don't want to put together a 28mm figure that's more than. I mean, basically you need torso and legs ideally together, arms and a head and some form of attachment.
You should be on holiday. I bet he's there with the fucking Baileys, like drinky, all that. Well, he's probably pissed out of his brain.
Miller,
either that, or he's watching it, and then a lady's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, he just came in to like see how we're doing, and he's like, "No, what these assholes are saying."
Somehow I've ended up on this.
Just a quick one. Miller, I've got no idea. They were on the walls and I moved in. So I've got no idea what they mean. I really should find out, because they could be quite offensive. But I don't know. I might look into it.
I do like it that Miller's over is the first person like to care enough in 3 years to ask, and no one else has ever asked.
No one's ever asked, because I just couldn't be asked getting pictures for the place when I moved in. The only thing, 3-part heads. Where?
Oh dear.
Yeah, left, right, head, and hat.
It could be. Could be face, back of head, and hat. I don't know. I'm just guessing there. I have to look. Still though, I'm
Stoic Steve's one. One. Remember, it's the Plastic Crack podcast, not the metal resin. Plastic first.
Yeah.
Dom
won't agree. Dom won't agree with that though.
But guess what? Dom's not here.
But I don't agree with that. So.
Yeah. So. I think we should.
I'm quite agnostic when it comes to material types.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we stick with the 28mm 7 parts one. I think that's quite, because it makes no sense to have a 28mm figure in more than 7 pieces. What does it actually bring to the figure?
Frustration.
No.
Well,
Yeah. You can get optional extras that you can stick on things, but the actual model,
Mhm.
I was basically based this on head, torso, 2 arms, that's 4, 2 legs,
Yeah.
and a backpack.
Yep.
Maximum.
Yeah,
But it should be less.
it should be less. Yeah, yeah, that's very true.
Right.
It's when you start getting separate ankle joints like skeletons.
Yeah, and hands and things like that.
Let me just work out. So I've got some here. So this figure, this skeleton here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, including the base.
It's too much. It's too much. You shouldn't have a skeleton. Should have more. It's like it has more parts than the human body. I know it doesn't. Like this is entirely anatomically correct.
So I still agree with that. That if you're doing sort of scale modeling, so sort of 1/35th scale, you might
That's
be
all right
because you're doing bigger bits. But 28mm, they're gaming pieces. People, we don't want. So those Victrix, are the British ones, the Napoleonics that Ken almost broke out in hives putting together. How many pieces do they make them up?
One of them's in 11.
Yeah, it's 11 pieces.
One of them's in 11 pieces, and I nearly cried doing it. Well, but do you know what the sick thing is? I realised, and I mean sick is in the actual real usage of the word, not like it's good.
Oh.
I realised that the majority, in fact, 90% of my Napoleonic British are Victrix. So even though, because I just picked up loads of those sets, so I probably also just have a unnecessarily
hatred towards it.
Hatred towards them. But for some reason, I put myself through it because I did like the diversity. But I was like, there's got to be an easier way. There has to be an easier way.
Yes.
Ken, you got rid of those Victrix, didn't you? Which poor
I gave them to Dom.
Oh, Dom had them. So which poor sap got them?
Dom had them, yeah.
I really shouldn't have asked, actually.
Dom was the sucker.
Right, so are we going to settle with a 28mm 7 parts one? Because I definitely agree with that. I agree. I'm pretty sure Dom, who doesn't like sticking more than 2 things together, would definitely agree with that.
Yeah. I think we're going to get shouted at next week.
I think Dom.
We're going to get told off.
Yeah.
He's going to bring the banhammer down on us.
10 pieces, 10 pieces. That's what I'm going to leave it at that. Right, so that's number 2 sorted. So far, bit of running total. We have 1 from Young Robin. If you can count your projects, you don't have too many. That's quite a good one, actually. I like that. And then another one from Martin. No 28mm miniature should come in no more than 7 pieces.
Yeah, like that.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
And the resin, are we just going to leave that as a bit of a contentious debate?
Yeah, leave it because we could have a maybe list, and then because we might have some that none of us agree with. So I'd maybe put it as a maybe, because I do understand where people are coming from, and there's no room for bad resin now. There's there's no room for it.
Right. So, what was my? Okay, let's go for my second one now. So always step outside of your painting comfort zone.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I've got one kind of similar to that. Don't overthink.
Mm-hmm.
What was Dom's? Sorry, I'm just painting the corners.
He's got nothing linked to this. Because the next one is the big one that's going to cause the chat to completely.
So what's this one about painting?
Yeah, just a painting one. So I've just said, where I was going to say always, but where you can, step outside your painting zone. I did it with French Napoleonics and regretted it.
Okay. Okay. Mine is down to exclusivity is the path to boredom. Which is mainly about product. So that's why I don't care about any of this agrax stuff. It doesn't bother me at all because I don't stick to one. It doesn't bother me what red I use. I'll make it work. That kind of thing.
So are these the people that just stick to one brand?
I would say, yeah. Well, yeah. It's not necessarily that. But in anything, if you're doing a project, I totally get why people will. If you can buy a whole army together and you get it from one manufacturer and you get a really good deal on it, then brilliant. And some games where it's like skirmish games or bolt action, the armies aren't really maybe big enough to warrant it. But like in our 28mm French armies, like Ken, I mean, how many manufacturers have you got in yours? I think I've got Warlord, Perry, Victrix, Front Rank, Foundry, and
got
a few
4.
others. I just chuck them all in.
Yeah, I got 4. Yeah, I got 4. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's just to. I don't think there's anything, because you get that variety of poses, you get that variety of sculpts that you want.
Yeah,
and I don't think there's anything to complain about because you just get loads. But then obviously that's only when it comes to certain, you've got to make sure you've got enough manufacturers for that. If it comes to like the Wars of the Roses, there's less, and then like Viet Cong and stuff, there might be even less than that. But I don't think people should stick rigidly to one thing.
No, agreed. No, I do agree.
Ken, I think your don't overthink has got a bit of traction here.
Yeah.
So don't overthink is perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, that's a good one, because I think if you do, it's a bit like Ken's just do it.
Yeah, you never make a decision if you overthink, do you?
No.
You're constantly thinking, and you never actually just get on with it. So that was my thought process behind it. No,
it is, because I mean, sometimes you just think, even just sitting down to paint, you can be like, oh, I've got 5 shades of green. Which one should I use? Let's do an hour's research on the internet to find out which green to use.
Yeah, and you could just paint it. Yeah,
exactly. You could be painting, and I think as well, sometimes with painting, there's that gut feeling that you think's just right, and it may not be everyone's sort of cup of tea.
Yeah,
and I think when you start overthinking things, that's when you start looking at other people's projects and you try and copy what they've done because you think that might be the right way to do it, rather than just go with the way that you think is the right way to paint them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I'm happy with that.
Cool. That was a non-controversial one, wasn't it? So number 2,
there's plenty of that to come.
So number 3 is don't overthink.
Are we going to pay to have these inscribed on some kind of stone tablet?
Yes.
Just so get Ken to hold them in his monk's habit.
Or I could just write them down on the back of a beer mat.
Yeah.
It's probably a cheaper and more efficient way of doing it. Right. Number 3. Is everyone bracing for impact?
Who's this? Who are you starting with? Is it Dom?
Dom's, because I've got a very, very similar one.
Okay.
Is the chat ready for this one? Is the world ready for this question? Because it's going to be a big one, folks. Base all vehicles except as terrain, obviously, but I'm just focusing on the base all vehicles.
I don't know what to say, really. I kind of feel like I don't suppose there's any room to sit on the fence, is there? Because I don't play enough games where there's vehicles. I base them. It's like I didn't know whether to base that bloody bit of scenery I did last week. I was sitting there going, do I base it? Do I not? Who am I? What do I do? Like I don't play. That's why I like playing medievals. It's not a problem. Mind you, I do base carts.
You dirty man.
Yeah, but otherwise the horse is going to fall over. It's not on a base. So the horse will just
put the horse on the base.
But that just looks stupid because it's at different heights.
Yeah, but then I would class a cart as a terrain piece anyway.
What if it's moving around the board?
I class it as a moving terrain piece.
Is that not just what a vehicle is?
No, sir. No, it is not. It has an engine.
Horsepower.
Red card for Dom.
Maybe this should just then go back to your minis your way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you're never ever going to agree ever.
No. What do you know? What? Okay, let's discuss this. Let's really approach this.
Oh my god.
What don't I like? Right. I like base vehicles 15mm and below because I think it looks quite nice because you're playing as a commander, you're playing as like a battalion style game. Yeah, right. When in my head I'm playing a platoon size game, it's more individual based figures. The terrain's a lot bigger. And I think tanks look better blended in with the board. Does that make sense?
No, I mean, do you know what? I can certainly see both sides of the argument, but why does it really set people off?
Because some people really fucking hate it. Really bad.
I mean,
your base vehicles look good. Don't get me wrong. I think they look nice. But what annoys me is they're based on grass, right? What if I wanted to play you in a city scenario? It looks really stupid.
But is that not the same though for the men though in the army?
Yeah.
That's exactly. Well, if I wanted to, what if I had like a Desert Rats army?
I wouldn't play you.
Exactly. So what difference would it make? Exactly. So it doesn't make. I'm not arguing. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm just
good. Yes. Very true.
Right. The reason I base vehicles and tanks. And...
I just have to put this up. There you go, Ken. There you go. Modern for advantage. Ken is right. Spot on, Ken. I'm with Ken. Oh, fuck you lot.
Bloody hell, Ken.
Yeah,
you brought the Ken fan club with you tonight. Right. The reason I base everything is because I've said it before, is I'm as much as I like gaming and throwing dice, I like nice looking armies and I enjoy basing everything. So it ties a project together, and it just links all the bits and pieces together. And I don't know. I just like doing it.
That might clear bases sorts of.
Oh no!
Why? You get the terrain underneath. I like the sound of that.
Yeah, I got my friend does a lot of clear basing, and we use a lot of mats, and the stuff looks cool.
Yeah. I think you could be onto maybe there. Or Steve's like, no, sir.
Whatever Steve says about basing as a treat, the truth is he has a cork fetish. True fact.
Yes, this is very.
I was very unhappy with my last cork purchase. It's not as the quality's just not there. I was cutting it into bits. It was just crumbling under my fingers. I wasn't a happy chap.
You'd like the 50-meter roll of 4mm cork I've got in the loft then?
Oh.
50 meters roll.
I could wrap myself in that, Ken. I could wrap myself.
I know. I did think of you when I bought it. I thought, oh, Steve would love this. I might just get him it for Christmas.
Here you go, mate. Here's some cork. Oh,
cork.
I mean, there are some systems that require you to base vehicles, which then I do, I guess.
Okay, what about then meeting a compromise in regards to have a based vehicle? So you have a base that you can just put the tank on and then take it off when.
So a display base.
A display base.
Yeah. So if you want to play with it with the base, you can. But then if you're playing a game scenario where it looks better without the base, you play it without the base. So it still gives you the option of doing your diorama basing. So it still looks nice. But if you're going to play a game that it would look better without it, you can just take it off. And then it gives you the option to make more than one base for the vehicle, because you could make a city base for it. You could make a desert base for it. You could make a...
It would... I've got a fly in that ointment. Oh,
no.
No, this might just be me. I use Vallejo mud to cover all my mistakes. So I put weathering all over.
So I agree. But then the only thing you couldn't do is the desert. You could do everything else because there would be mud everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Apart from the desert, anywhere you go, there would be mud. You'd have mud on your tracks even in the town, because you would have gone through mud to get there.
Miller's just thrown a curveball.
Oh, of course he has.
Basing ships. Ooh.
Controversial. Clear bases for ships.
Yeah, yes, I'm in agreement. If you're going to base ships for the Windy Boat game or
clear basing.
Imagine you can't do that with the other boat game, can you? Because they're already on those resin bases.
Yeah, they're all right. Once you get them, they're okay. Look okay.
I didn't mind them. Didn't mind painting them. They look quite good, actually.
Look at this. Look at Phil. Oh, my word.
Ben is on fire.
I think Dom is probably wishing he was literally on fire.
Yeah,
Yes,
Dom's. I think Dom's probably chucked his phone off his balcony.
What has Dom started here? I mean, I will admit, I mean, I base my vehicle, but I also base my bases as well. I've got bases that I can put my bases in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, I like that.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, see, I still think the display base is a good idea because you can then just take it off, and it's like that's what that's what I really liked about those artillery guns that was within that ACW army, and Fraser liked it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Is you can then swap over the gun, so you could have a rifled gun or you could have a cannon, but on the same base. So you could just
Yeah, I don't know.
Ken is speaking reason. Alien abduction. Don't worry, he's still biased.
I've got a feeling that we're not going to come to an agreement on this one.
I don't know. I like my one. I like mine. What do you think?
Which
mine?
was yours?
What yours was now?
Mine's do a removable vehicle base.
But how would you put that as a commandment?
Yeah.
How would you phrase that as a commandment?
Ooh. Let's let the chat see what they can come up with. So
see, I think that just comes back to your models your way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you've done is make a very, very cogent argument for which is great, for just do what you want.
Yeah, your model's your way.
You know,
got to be in there, isn't it?
People always say, I don't agree with what he said, but I'll fight for his right to say it. Yes. Same miniatures. I mean, I may not agree with what some people do with their miniatures. And I understand I've got no grounds for that, given what I do to some of my miniatures. But if they're your miniatures and you've bought them, and you can do, I mean, if you want to, set fire to them, if you want to launch them into outer space, if you want to paint them like Mr. Blobby, I don't care. They're your figures. You can do what you want with them. But
one day I'm going to paint a miniature completely random.
I thought you were just going to leave it at that. Then
I'm going to paint a miniature. Ooh, zing!
Sorry, it was getting morose. I wanted to.
Well, Martin, as you say that, I have painted that badger or whatever the bloody hell it was, wherever he's disappeared to. The monk, the mole monk or whatever he was. I painted him.
Awesome. There is going to be some burrows of badgers at Crackcon. I've been
some of that. So, are we going to go with your models your way?
Yes.
Right.
I would agree. It's getting a bit warm in here now.
Oh, is it really?
Has Laura turned the aircon off?
I hope she has. Sorry, we're just being horrible to each other today, so why not?
That's why I've just got a bottle of water from the freezer, because I'm wilting here. Wilting. There
was mentioned in the chat that you had your water turned off or something.
Yeah, we had a note to say that they were going to do maintenance on the water in this building today, and it was going to be off between 9 and 8. But it was back on by.
That's nice. It was on the hottest day of the year.
I know, but it was back on by 11 o'clock. So yeah, it wasn't as.
You didn't have a Vimto-titious day. You didn't have no Vimto. Do you know
what?
No,
I actually poured. I was saying to Martin, in my kitchen at the moment, there's bowls and saucepans of water everywhere,
like a prepper who's about.
Nothing wrong with that,
but I like.
I was going through my kitchen like it was an episode, like a Mad Max
what
film,
can I
trying to find all bowls and receptacles to fill with water, and not that gasoline. It was just something like
that. That there was a performance worth a clap, sir.
But no, but it was barely off. I got 2 cups of coffee. I managed to drink 2 cups of coffee, and the water was back on. So, crisis averted.
Yeah, crisis very much.
So there we go.
I had a Vimto yesterday, Steve. An actual still Vimto. I normally have a fizzy Vimto, but I had a still one.
Still Vimto is the way forward. It is the future, my friend. The future.
It was nice.
I don't think we've ever had any mention of Alistair Crowley on the podcast before, and I hope that's the last time as well. Blimey! Right, so number 3 then. Oh, so number 4, your models your way. I think we can all agree with that. That's
what are we up to? What are we on?
Number 4.
What rules? Yeah. What have we come up with so far?
So far is number 1. If you can count your project, you don't have too many. Number 2, No 28 mil miniature should come in no more than 7 pieces. Number 3, don't overthink. I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, your models your way.
Do you want me to give you my number 5?
Go on then, Ken. Hit us. Lay it on us.
Contrast is your friend.
Oh.
That's going to upset a lot of people, but I don't disagree with that at all. I that kind of fits into my exclusivity as the path to boredom. Do I have a painting one?
I'd hope so.
Well, no, that was kind of my exclusivity as the path to boredom.
Oh yeah,
because I use everything. But no, I do agree that contrast is your friend. I don't think there's. I see people who absolutely hate it, and then I see people who absolutely love it, and I kind of sit in this happy middle ground. Like, I'm happy to use it, and I'll use everything else as well because I don't.
Yeah.
See, I own some, but I've barely used them. I have the one. This piece of shit.
I'm sorry, but that just made me giggle. I didn't even use the speed paints, but it's just the way I read it. It just made me laugh. I just imagine you, Martin, saying it, and just, yeah.
Me? Why me?
No, just I heard your voice say it.
Oh right, okay. So I say, why me? Why me?
I just heard it. Oh dear.
No, like I said, I've got some, but I rarely use them. I just don't. I don't know. I've never found a need. I think I use Gilliman Flesh more than any of the other ones because it's quite good. But no, I'm staying away from this one because I've got no dog in this fight, so to speak.
Okay. What has Dom got one that's
painting?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Oh, we got no. He's just chipped in. Be a paint tart, and he's drank 4 Blue Heavens.
Is that a euphemism?
I really hope it is. I think it's 4 pints of that.
Mexico. We got someone watching in a beach in Mexico. Welcome.
I bet he's drinking better drinks than Dom is.
Do you know what? I wonder if Mexico is actually on the actual map.
Oh yes, I don't know.
Mexico is on a that map. I was about to...
that map. Yes.
I'm just hot, all right? It's hot. I hate
no,
it.
It's not making sense. I don't know about the contrast is your friend because I can't disprove or prove that.
We should kind of have one that. Oh shit! I've just thought of one.
Go on.
No, it's controversial as fuck.
Do you want to leave it to? Is that like an end one that we can that we can kill everyone with at the end? That you could just say that's just going to send everyone rabid.
Nah, fuck it. Varnish is shit.
No. Oh yes. No, but again, I don't think anyone's going to agree with that.
No, because again, it's just your model, and absolutely not.
Absolutely
not. Absolutely not.
Say no to varnish. I'm just gonna bring it back every single time. That the two gods in this world are the Perrys. Do they varnish their models?
But not of painting. Not of painting. They're not. Are they?
I don't care. They're the gods of the hobby.
Yeah, but that's
you tell me now, Martin. You tell me that the Perrys are not gods. Tell me right now.
They are gods, but I don't think they're gods of painting.
I don't know.
Because they get their models painted by... Yeah, he is, but they get their studio models painted by other people.
No, Alan paints some of the studio stuff.
Some of them, yeah, but that's what they said on there.
Is
he crowing when he did it? That's what they said. No, they said that the ones that they get... No, theirs. They said the ones that they get in from other painters, they then varnish. Yeah, just don't bother doing their own.
No, they don't varnish them. The painters varnish them.
No, so they said when they came back in, they sprayed them. That's what they said.
We'll have to get them back on. We're gonna have
to settle this.
But that's the thing, it's just again, it's your model's your choice, isn't it?
See, I'm tempted to steal this one from Nathan. No one painting style is correct.
see.
Yeah. I'm just thinking. Yeah.
And no at the
I-
same time.
There is
I
no
like,
there is no wrong way of painting.
You'll smoke a turd in hell for that, Ken. Cheers.
Well,
I'll probably get called out. So yeah. I'm glad you made Martin's day.
So I just.
So have we got a painting one?
Well, no, because it all comes back to your models your way, doesn't it? With that sort of stuff.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
model's your way. That's it. Your model's your way. I don't really know
Okay.
what else you could say because otherwise, I mean, we obviously we could wax lyrical for ages about the
No.
various things.
Bang!
I've
Got it. I've got it.
What?
Everyone should own one spherical dice.
No.
No, you
No.
should own. No, you should own one.
Why?
And not
Why?
because then it stops people buying them to use them.
But then people, but
You'll
then
never use it, but you own one. Everyone
that's not how
should own
supply.
one.
That's not how supply and demand works because then they
No.
make more.
And then people will go out and buy a round dice because we've told them to buy one to stop people from buying them.
And then people, then they'll, and then we'll all end up with round dice, and one day we'll want to use them, and then we'll roll around dice, and then it will take over the world. Yeah, I think we should. I think round
man.
dice. What do you reckon? Come on, I think it'd be. I think.
No.
Bicker thinks that saying your model your way disqualifies most of the other commandments. Does it?
No.
Does it? What the other? So if you said
if
your
it was your hobby your way, that would disqualify most of the
Yeah.
commandments because.
paint your models your way. None of the other ones are about painting.
Well,
are they?
we've only got 2 spaces left, so
I've got one,
Go on.
which is more. I've got a few. Well, I've got a few actually, but so my one, and this is pet peeve: no replacing dice mid game. Winds me up. Winds me up. Gaming one. What about a gaming one? Have you guys got a gaming? No replacing dice mid game. You
No,
roll with
no.
those. You take that. You roll with those.
I
know
I
what?
won't let you.
You know what? Next time I play you, every fucking turn I'm changing my dice.
But you didn't because I just won't let you. I just won't let you. It's like I make you It's like when I made you roll in the dice tray.
Bastard.
I have been guilty of
Oh mate, I do it all the time.
replay. But it's because I was having
Contradictions, it's fine.
yeah. No, I was having a really, really, really bad game. And to be fair, my dice rolling didn't improve when I swapped the dice, but mentally I thought, I better do it.
Thou shalt never apply paint directly to a model without priming.
What kind of animal does that?
What kind of animal brush primes?
Me?
Exactly.
What?
Um,
What?
no
What?
veto here on that.
Dom,
line.
no. I thought you were better than that. I thought you were better than that.
Do you know how often Dom changes his dice, dude?
No, is he not? Does he really?
When he starts rolling shit, the tank dice come out, and he'll know exactly what I mean by that. And they're massive, massive tank dice, and they always roll sixes.
No, you animal.
Don't
Why
play.
is... No. I won't even let my daughter change the dice in Monopoly. Wait. No. Oh,
If we had a gaming one,
No.
I think if I had a game one, it would be something along the lines of remember it's just a game.
Yeah. Or something
Do you
sim.
want-
Something
Do you want
simple.
Haley contributed? Do you want her one, which is
Go on.
gaming related? Thou shalt not quibble over half an inch unless you're a woman.
Can someone get the Sid James
Is your
laughter
wife-
in here, please?
Is your wife trying to say something there, Martin?
Probably you've heard the game. She says it in knows.
Right.
There has to be one about sports.
There's got to be one. Yeah, I think I just
What
found
about
another
just
one.
what about just have fun? Remember, it's a game. Have fun.
I think I just found one that we can all. Oh, here we go. Always help a new gamer / hobbyist.
Yeah, it's not a bad one. To be fair, kind of sensible. I use 3 to 4. Look, sets a game, mine.
Huh?
He uses 3 to 4 dice sets a game, mine.
You're an animal. I don't know what. You're not the person I thought you were, Dom. I'm not.
You can't be friends anymore.
I do like that from Benjamin. Always helping a gamer or hobbyist. We okay with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm really going to do to absolutely just turn the club upside down? Next time I'm playing shit, I'm going to roll a spherical dice.
I would pay you £10 in Monopoly money if you roll a round dice on Ken's table at Crackcon.
Ken wouldn't be able to run fast enough. Ken could. I'd imagine Yorkshire like chasing him, throwing boxes of Yorkshire tea at him as he runs.
No, Yorkshire tea's useful. He chucked Typhoon at me.
I can just see
Ninja
Ken
discs
barreling out of boards and swords, and then other Ken like T-1000 from Terminator 2, like just chasing him down.
That right, spot on, sir.
Maybe the refusal to change dice is why your SAS captain completely fell. But how can I change it? But how can I change your dice? Yeah, but that's not a thing because they're set dice for the game. That doesn't work because they're set dice, aren't they? Because they're
dice. Have a backup.
What do you mean have a backup? They're like made for the game. What am I getting? How does that work?
No, I don't think that. I don't think that
get another
works
job
with. Yeah.
Don't like it. Get another job.
I am.
Does that argument work?
Right, we're on to the last one. Commandment 6.
What's that, Peter? Monopoly glorifies the Trinity inherent in the system. How can you expose innocent minds to this?
Right, this is one that where me and Dom may not agree. So Dom has put tufts belong on the base, but my counter to that is weird shit is good.
And again, it comes to your models your way, doesn't it?
I guess.
I don't really have anything for that.
No, I like I like the idea of live in the moment. Go with what you like. Sort of live in the moment and go with what you feel like at the time. So, like, you might fancy doing some weird shit, and then the next day you might fancy going really hardcore and doing some bloody, I don't know, ECW or something.
So that could be construed as keep an open gaming mind.
Yes. Don't disrespect other gamers' decisions. No, I've got to say it. I'm sorry. It comes out to this. This one's got to come out because everyone's going to agree with me. There is one exception to your hobby your way. One exception.
So,
all models must be painted.
I was trying to think what about that.
All models.
I can agree.
I
shall
lend you some figures to play with.
What if you all buy the starter set and none of you got painted models?
I won't play the game till it's painted. No, sir. No. All models on the table must be painted.
But we've just said we've got a thing of helping people out.
Yeah, exactly. So I will lend them my models to play with.
Dom, I've got no idea what you're talking about there, mate. Oh, dearie me.
Don't give me gatekeep. It's not bloody gatekeeping. I'm saying they can use my models to play with.
But what if they don't want to use your army? What if they want to use a different army? What if they wanted to play with, like, I don't know, Austrians?
They can proxy.
With what? Like
my British.
What about?
I can't play someone with unpainted models unless you put the exception of new player. Unless you put that exception. Within the first year, it's like having a driving license. You get a year. You get a year's leniency to play with unpainted.
Ken, you just said you're not gatekeeping.
Yeah.
I think applying a 1-year probationary period to new gamers to paint their models is gatekeeping.
It's a definition, yeah.
I don't know. I just don't enjoy playing against people that don't have painted models.
See, this was the one I wanted to
go. It depends what game you're playing, doesn't it?
Oh, wait. I've just put the wrong one. Remember...
Depends on what game.
Isn't it's not like if it's like a bit like that one that you said, it's not an exhibition game. If you're just down the club and someone wants to try a new army and they haven't painted them all yet.
If they've attempted to paint, if they put a primer on, then I'm all right with it.
What? How's that any different than just looking grey?
It's got paint on it. It's got paint on it.
So I could spray paint mine bright pink.
Someone you've gone to the effort.
Yeah, but let's. I know I keep going back to this, but Martin, that dude you knew that had his units in bags.
Oh God, yeah. No, that's it. Okay,
treat models with respect.
I've got a bet. So taking it on from Ken, our argument is that all models shall be stuck to a base. All infantry should be stuck to a base. They're putting models in a bag and moving them around, going, "That's 10 orcs," is not a way of doing things.
That is quite possibly the greatest wargaming story I have ever heard in my life.
That's not a way forward. That's not a way forward. That's not a way forward. That person still goes to that club. And I can't get over that one. That one is still one of them. But it's just written on the bag, like freezer bags, 10 orcs, like 10 space marines, and they're in there. They're in the bags. It's just they're in pieces.
Oh God, I got chest pains. Oh my God.
I couldn't. I just wouldn't play them. I couldn't. I'd just be like,
you see,
I would probably say, I know it's bad, but I'd probably say you taking the piss.
Oh my God.
I'd rather sit there and help the person for the evening build the bloody things. I'd rather do that with them. I'd rather instead of playing the game, I'd rather help them build them. So they've got, if they generally don't have time, help them build the bloody things.
I don't know. I do agree because I won't play games without my models being painted, and I do struggle to play in games if I've set up a battlefield and so exactly. I do get a little bit annoyed. But there's that caveat, isn't there? Of like, I'm quite happy to play someone to teach you how to play if they put together a few bases. Oh, I don't know. But then if they hate it, it's like you're not going to ask someone to paint the whole army and then they hate it.
They're never going to play you again in that game, though, are they? They're never going to play at that game. I think there should be a rule. Maybe if you don't like the army, for example, like your mate buys it, but you've got them into it, right? So they bought like a starter set. You then buy the models off them at a discounted rate, say 75% off, so they get a kind of rebate.
Why is this turned into Only Fools and Horses? Like this is like we'll buy. I've got a deal for you. I'll play this game, and if you don't like it, I'll spend money on the army that I don't want that you've bought.
Yeah, do that. And then you can sell it on for a profit. So you got Ken spray paint grey models. Yeah, this is true, but the normal plastic grey is quite shiny. When you spray normally, it's matte and dull.
Are we getting any closer to a 6-1, or are we going to cap it at 5 like Ken?
I think we should do the news and let the chat argue about 6-1, and then see if we can knock something together before the end.
Right.
What about when in doubt, play trains? There you go. Done. Sick. Bang.
I'm not approving that. Sorry. No. Right. News. Break from madness, please.
There's a few things in the news. Of course, the main news is there are still tickets for Crackcon, so go over and buy them. That's one of the main things. There's a few things. So let's start with. Now, I put things up from this company from time to time because I really like what they do. But Lucid Eye have got some new releases, including this model, which is called Dead on Two Legs, which is a very, very nice cowboy. Now, they do exclusively make things in metal, but I do really like that. But I do really like that miniature.
That really looks like Rockstar's versions of writing, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
makes me think of Red
there's definitely a Red Dead Redemption.
Definitely. But they've also, for people who like their sort of weird and wonderful things, they've also just released some rather gnarly looking old school Beastmen, which I really like.
Wow,
which I really like. They're also really they're really I think they're about 40 mil as well. They're pretty big. So
that's what you want your Beastmen to look like, right there.
I do check out what Lucid Eye do from time to time because I think they make.
I wish a lot of more manufacturers did just head options that you can just buy heads for things.
Yeah,
So
there's a few,
so-
in there, but
so-
not enough.
but not a lot. But like everything, they like there's a gap in the market there. I'll tell you now, there's a gap in the market. You imagine like French Napoleonics, yeah. You wanted individual figures, and you did like 100 different head French Napoleonics or 200 different heads that fit in the different manufacturing. I'd tell you now, and if you sold them at a reasonable price because you wanted individual figures, you tell me now you wouldn't buy them. I would. I'll tell you now. If I could have 100 unique models with different heads. For,
yeah.
So you just do buy the head separately because Victorix do sell separate heads, and then they're unique. Oh, there's a gap in the market there. I think
you are onto something. Definitely. We're talking. Obviously, you guys talking O Group, and I saw that Battlefront put these out, and I don't know how much use they're going to get because I think. Well, God knows. But anyway, look, they've put their Tiger 2 tank platoon out.
Oh my!
When the hell would you ever use it? They are then, I guess, but
they are so nice.
They're very nice.
They're lovely, don't they?
Yeah,
I think I'll be getting me some of those. They're out. I think they're out in about 4 days because I saw the countdown on Goblin Gaming today.
They're beautiful tank, aren't they? They are lovely. It's a lovely tank, but I just, I again, for me, the historical thing for that would be I'd only want one because you wouldn't really ever. I don't think there was any action where there's more than like bloody. I think 2 or 3 was the most you probably ever saw like late war, apart from the Ardennes offensive, of course. But then a lot of them broke down.
They've also put their Jagdpanthers out as well, but I couldn't seem to get a picture of them. Annoyingly.
Yeah, the Jagdpanther. Yeah, they're nice. See, I love the look of those. They look absolutely incredible.
Alex says there was plenty of Tiger 2s on the Eastern Front.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're not. I'm talking very late war. Like towards the end, I'm thinking. For some reason, I always think Battle of Berlin. For some reason, when I think of Tiger 2s, I don't know why. I just do.
I have no idea. I look at that and go, it's a tank.
It's a bloody powerful tank and a bloody
and having.
I know.
I've just checked the O Group army lists.
How much points are they?
You can take them as 1 or 2. It's 10 points or 20 points. Oh no!
Well, there you go. Look, you can take 2 and then destroy one as a marker.
No, 12 points or 22 points.
Yeah.
There you go. I do. I'd buy that. Do 2 of them and then make one as a blown up objective. There you go. Lovely little fox. Now this one is going to make Steve. I think the term is moist. Isn't that the term? BattleTech are releasing the beginner's box. Which, as you can tell, Steve is very, very excited. Whoops, that's not BattleTech. There we go. As you can see, you're going to get a couple of mechs. You get the quick start rules. You get the rules. You get cards from the miniatures. You get a little narrative campaign, I believe. You get the hex map. You get the dice. You get a load of extra stuff, and it's only £25 to try out, which isn't too bad.
We'll be definitely picking that up.
I know it sounds really stupid, but is this what was that fucking Gundam Wing? Is this a similar thing to that, like the Japanese program?
If you never played BattleTech, Ken, on the PC, Ken on Steam, just download BattleTech and just play it, mate. You'll love it. You will love it. You probably won't see you for a little while, but yeah. Oh man, Jesus.
Yeah,
see,
you know what I mean by Gundam Wing, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. They old swords and shit like that, and they would fight as. That was cool. That was cool. Grant.
See, I see what you're saying here, Alex. They, from my I can't say this, but as my understanding, they might have streamlined it a bit, but don't quote me on that. In fact, that's $24.99, so I imagine it's going to be. Well, I'm going to say it's going to be cheaper. It probably won't be after import. Anyway, War Games Illustrated have released their next giant in miniature, and this time it's Harry Hotspur. The Earl of Northumberland, which is a very, very cool little model.
Harry Hotspur.
Yeah,
Harry Hotspur sounds like a character from Viz.
Yeah, well, pretty. Yeah, he was called Hotspur because he kept on just slaughtering the Scots. And was it or was it? Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was his northern campaign. This is, of course, the guy who then went on to die in the Battle of Shrewsbury, but not in the way that stupid film on Netflix showed him. Actually, to be fair, he did die in a stupid way, which is he lifted his visor and got shot in the face. He didn't die in single combat before the battle, and then the battle didn't happen. There was a massive battle, and he got shot in the face. But yeah, there he is.
You just call the King stupid film.
It is a stupid film.
It's a good film.
It's not.
It's not historically accurate, but it's very good. It's very good.
Good toilet paper is still toilet paper, isn't it? But the sorry, but it is terrible. Anyway, yes, he's the next giant in miniature, and very nice he is as well. Now I saw this pop up today, and I didn't know anything about this, and I was curious about this. War Bases, they're doing some pre-printed bases.
Ooh.
Oh, that's quite cool.
Yeah, which I thought might be quite cool for board game miniatures.
Yeah,
and stuff. I wouldn't.
They're quite nice then.
Yeah.
Or D&D stuff.
Yeah. No, exactly. I was quite to begin with. I was a bit sort of like, oh, well, I don't like but there's nothing to stop you sticking a tuft on it or a bit. I thought, yeah, I'm quite intrigued. Alex says he might be doing a review video of those. Soon,
nice.
So. Yeah. No. Anyway, that's that's cool. Now I'm going to throw some things up, which I know some people aren't going to like, but GW has done a load of releases, and we are not exclusive to anyone, and we do still enjoy a bit of GW because, as we often say, they still make very nice miniatures. So I thought these look pretty cool. They have announced loads of stuff in the last week. I don't know if there was some kind of event. These. I really like these. I'm assuming this is like the Shadow Shade Spire game.
I think so,
thing.
yeah.
But I'd use those in like D&D and stuff. I just think they look very cool. Very nice witch hunter set. Especially like the guy with the massive axe in the top. I think he looks very, very cool.
A lot more animals,
They are, aren't they? Did you see that crab that they released got voted like best miniature on a public forum, and then they had to sort of ignore it? Yeah, the crab. They released, and I don't mean a giant one. It was just like a little crab. Everyone loved it. And then they've been doing. So this is a release for the Horus Heresy for the core, which is
Angron.
No, that's not Angron. That's not Angron.
That's not Angron.
No,
that's not Angron. That's Cabanda. No, that's Cabanda, who's the one who beats the crap out of Sanguinius, and then later on, not to ruin it for anyone, but he has a rematch with Sanguinius, and it doesn't go quite as well. So that's for the Horus Heresy. But yes, for the 40k stuff, they have announced the next of the Demon Primarchs. That's Angron.
Holy shiver me timber.
That's Angron, and obviously he didn't skip Wing Day. Look at the muscles on the wings. I do like that model. I know people are going to hate. I know that it's not going to favor them, but I actually really like that. I do like the lore. I like the books, but I do like it.
Do you know what's really Martin? Do you know what's really uncanny? You know when you sent that to me the other night?
Yeah.
My mate sent me the same picture at exactly the same time. I got two simultaneous messages, both with the same picture from you and my mate.
I mean, that feels the only thing, right? And I'm going to say this, right? Now,
the head.
No, I love the head. It's got all the butcher's nails in it. It's got all the stuff from the novels. Like, look, he's got his weapons chained to his wrists. You've still got his World Eater plate mail still on there. He's got loads of little things.
I mean, his face, the way he's going.
Don't bother me. He's just big and angry. There's nothing else to really do with him, is there? But now, one thing that GW is known for, right, is skulls, right? And they put skulls in everything. Now, if there was ever a miniature that you could get away with piling loads of dead bodies and skulls up. Now I can see a few on there, but they didn't do it. I was like, if there was ever a miniature where you could get away with it, it would be him.
They should have sold the skull throne separately, basically.
There is a distinct lack of skulls on that base.
Yeah, there is. Well, both his feet are actually on that thing that you're going to stick on the base. They're both on that rock. But he's going to be. I mean, he is massive. Yes. But I get what people are saying. There is a lot going on there. I think, he's he's a centerpiece, isn't he? The only thing I'm not sold on, or I like particularly, is that sort of thing, that trophy rack behind his head. I don't like it. I understand he'll have a trophy rack because all the kind of world eatery people do, but I wasn't.
I'd have preferred for him to have 2 axes.
He got rid of it, didn't he? He gets rid of it because Khan has it. I can't believe it. I know. I say I enjoy the books, and but yeah, I do. Anyway, so that was
Any
the
idea on
news.
price
So
for
there's a few things. It'll be about 80 quid, the same as the other Primarchs. It'll be about 80. But if you're going to get it as a centerpiece of your army and that's your thing, then go for it. It's either that, and you play games, or you buy 2.5 packs of Victrix stuff. 2.5 packs? Yeah, 2.5 packs of Victrix stuff, and then probably have about the same amount of parts, to be honest. 2.5 packs of Victrix, 1 Angron's probably about the same number of pieces in both.
Yes.
Right, we're rapidly approaching 10 o'clock, so it's time to look at some awesome pictures from the Facebook group. As we say every week, if you're not on the Facebook group, head over there, answer Dom's questions 3, and post up what you've been painting. Like Martin said, we recently reached and surpassed 666 members.
We did.
And Jonas was very, very happy about that. But we're rapidly on the way to 700 members in the Facebook group, which is just absolutely astounding. Thank you so much for everyone that joins. And yeah, post your pictures up, and you may get a look at them on Monday on the podcast. So let's see. We got a good mixed bag this week of a whole host of different periods. We're going to start off with Andrew, and you mentioned them earlier, but here we have some of the Rubicon Viet Cong.
Nice.
They look nice. I can't wait.
Do you know what they were? Do you know they were in stock in? Do you know what? I've got to give it a shout out, actually. That Entoyment Games in Poole. Jesus Christ, they've got a lot of stuff. They've got every range you can think of, and they've got it there. They've got it in stock. There's everything.
They pop up all the time on my Facebook.
Oh, massive! Massive. They got
I
it.
know.
They had the US Marines and these both in stock.
Really?
On the shelf, yeah.
Jeez, I know. Lee from Battle Bunker, him and Mel and Jamie, they love Entoyment. They go there all the time. It's one of their go-to stores for.
It's amazing.
Bits and pieces, but I really like the job that Andrew's done on them. Painting black can be difficult. Yeah, he's done a sensational job on those. Can't wait to get my box. Now these are just phenomenal from Andy. Look at those.
Beautiful.
Wow, look
Beautiful.
at that.
Bloody miniatures and as Scots.
Yes.
Look at useful, which is awesome. Just
the tartan. Look at the tartan, people.
And those are metalhead conversions, because they're all metal, all of those, because they're bloody miniatures. But he's released, because quite a lot of people are asking for Scots. He's sort of released conversion packs, and he's done all sorts, and they are just fantastic. And that's what he releases loads of heads for them.
He gets a superstar award for that tartan, just for the tartan.
Up next,
don't give those out very lightly.
A bit of World War II from Corey with his
that's nice
white scout car. Look at that. Corey does some fantastic Rubicon stuff. In fact, the other
28, yeah,
it is. Yes. In fact, the other week, Corey won I think it was like a model of the month, the model of the week on the Rubicon Facebook group for his Scott, and he got it on the Facebook group's banner. So well done, Corey.
Fantastic.
What I love about that is the color. The faded weathering on that green is just phenomenal.
It's weathered beautifully, isn't it?
Yeah. Brilliant stuff, Corey. Thanks for posting that, mate.
Well
done. So we had a bit of it last week when Alex was on. We had a bit of a preview of this, because this is what he was sort of a work in progress, but he's finished his 15mm farm. Look at that.
That's beautiful. I love the cobble. I love the cobble. Did you see how many? Like, I was looking at my my analytics for that video, right? And the bit where he went on about how he was doing the mortar, that's where everyone started interacting. It shows you on the stream. So everyone was like, ah. But that is fantastic.
That looks 28mm, doesn't it? I mean, you would swear that was 28mm. Absolutely fantastic work. Thanks for posting that, Alex. Up next, bit of Windy Boat game from Martin, who's done something a bit different, because I think he had a failed 3D print, So we turned it into one that had been all smashed
Oh,
up.
fantastic!
Oh,
idea.
brilliant
idea.
idea. Yeah.
How cool is that? That looks so good.
Yeah, it does. Well done. And all those people out there that have chucked their 3D prints away have been like, bollocks. Why did I chuck it?
You can still do stuff with
Beautiful.
ruined prints, but
you still need a clear base though, mine. But yeah, you're in, sir.
Is that terrain? Because it's a river.
Oh, it's a marker. Yeah.
Curveball. Up next is a bit of Napoleonics from Corey. This is his Prussian test figure.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
that's nice. That is lovely. I can't paint white, so I always appreciate people that can do it very, very well. I'm brave for putting red near white. I'd be having palpitations doing that. That's not happening.
It is rather painful to do that, Steve.
Yes, I can imagine. Oh, no, but and that's just a test figure, so I'm looking forward to seeing the entire regiment. There we go. Alex was asking earlier what's a Horus heresy, and Matthew has answered his question with this, which is a Sons of Horus Praetor. Look at that!
Yeah. I love the work he's done on the gems on that.
Yes.
They look awesome, absolutely awesome.
Look at that axe. That's an axe and a half.
That's a power axe, isn't it?
That is.
See what you're right about the skulls. Look, there's a skull up there, isn't there, as well?
This isn't helping. I'm struggling at the minute to ignore this heresy stuff.
Yes, I'm doing exactly the same. I don't want to get involved because those minutes.
It doesn't.
And Matthew's not helping by posting them up. Both is sort of kit bashing and the raw models that he's done, and also his finished product. So Matthew,
I know. I think Robin's threatening to bring round a sprue to show me, which I'm gonna, like. Oh no! I just.
Back to Napoleonics now with some more epic. These, I have no words for these.
Oh, nice, man.
Oh wow!
Very nice.
Oh, fantastic! Look at the trousers.
I know.
He done these.
So they're from Paul. There is epic Prussians, and quite frankly,
Beautiful
Paul,
work.
they're insanely good.
That's so much detail, man. That's really nice, isn't it?
I think I'd be in tears if someone made me paint
how
those.
did you do that? 13.5. Jesus Christ!
Got no idea, but just he posted another one today. Is a cannon on the Facebook group. He's drilled out a 13.5mm cannon. That's dedication, mate. That's dedication.
That is awesomeness.
Bit of Star Wars Legion now from Nathan.
Oh yeah, he's good. Cassian Andor and K2SO. I love K2SO.
Just lovely stuff. I really need to get back to painting Legion, but they've definitely been my Legion definitely relegated to something that's.
I've finished. I've just got to do a few more bits. I've finished most of my droids, but I haven't finished basing them, so I didn't put them up this week. So I should have those done hopefully this week. But that is very cool. Very nice. I love the blue black on the armor.
Yes, very nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Back to epic ECW. Back to epic Napoleonics. Not Napoleonics. It's too hot. These are from Reese. He's been doing a bit of conversion. So they are Belgians.
Oh,
nice. Very cool. And he's cut the bases down as well. Very nice. He's got
I think he's used the British as a base, but they're very, very nice.
Yeah, man. He's got like a grenadier company there. Yeah, it's nice. He's got his skirmishers as well. That's a really well thought out battalion there.
Yeah,
that's really good. He's got his normal infantry company. Man, that is actually shit. Why didn't Warlord do it like that? Well,
it's Napoleonics. It's over my head completely.
No, that's actually really good. Can you go back to that? I'm pretty impressed by that. It's really cool. He's got his separate grenadier company on the left. He's got his skirmishers on the right. He's got his infantry, and he's got his command company there. And that is really well done. And if Warlord did it like that, I think they would be onto a winner there.
As I said, makes no sense to me. Completely over my head.
Yeah,
And we mentioned this last week, but Simon's been doing a bit more work on his grot tanks. He's been painting his daughter. These are fantastic. I just love that shade of purple. It's just so cool.
I just love how he's put like a derpy gun on the KV2 model. That is awesome.
But I'm really enjoying watching this come together, Simon. It's just such a fantastic project. Keep it up and keep posting updates, mate. We really want to see this project moving forward. It's just so different. Those colours, really enjoying it.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It's really nice to see something a bit like that.
First O group.
Steve and Martin go halves on the Horus Heresy box.
No.
I do want it. It's just I don't.
I do want it as well, but I
want it, but I don't want it.
I'm showing a bit.
Which ones do you want then, Martin?
I just want that box, but I don't know if I'm running on the nostalgia.
You
more
are.
than anything.
Which ones would you prefer out of the two?
What Chaos, or do you mean? Or...
Yeah. So, no.
I would probably. I don't know. I think I'd have to do two armies. I've got to that point. That's the only thing that's stopping me doing like a 40k army now. Is because of the way I do my projects. I'd be like, I've got to pay two armies, which is going to require me to sell organs.
Yeah. Martin, don't get drunk in the near future.
Try not to. I was perusing the website last night.
Bit of old group now from
Steph.
That's
bloody cool, isn't it?
Battalion HQ, lovely stuff.
Look at the roof. Yeah, you can see he's actually put some cotton fluff up there to represent like insulation or something like that.
Or fire.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
It's just really good. And that's the thing with old group, you don't need to make one of these, but people are making them anyway, and they're brilliant. Really good. Now, Martin, you mentioned before about Robin threatening to bring a sprue of the Horus Heresy Marines round.
Yeah, I know what he's done. I know what
these ones.
Well, he couldn't decide. He couldn't decide what. My understanding is he couldn't decide which chapter he wanted to do, so he painted up 4 really nice and well to then decide which one. I can't remember what he's decided on. I think he might be doing Imperial Fists.
What I like about those,
you
know, the two on the far left, they've got classic horrible bayonets.
They're really they got they're very cool. I am worried about him bringing this stuff around my house.
What's the chapter on the far left? I couldn't work it out.
That's Death Guard.
Oh, of course it is. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Death Guard.
Speaking of epic Napoleonic insanity, look at that.
Oh wow,
that's very cool.
That's from Stephen.
Well done, Stephen. That's a lot of stuff.
Lovely.
I'd go funny painting that. it just I think that's a mixture of Warlord and older. I can't remember the name of the manufacturer you mentioned, but yeah,
I want to say
lovely stuff.
It's not Pendragon, is it?
No. I think it's some. I can't remember the name of it. It's in the Facebook group, so it is posted there. A bit more old group now from Tim. Some more.
Wow!
Yes.
Nice little Vickers set there, man. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Very nice.
Again, Tim's another one that's really properly thrown himself into O group. Just one of those games. I've been really enjoying Tim's updates on the Facebook group as well. I think watching him build the various units, and it's where he's doing early war as well, which is quite different because I'm doing late war. But yeah, definitely something I'll be doing in the future. But cracking work there.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, another corker from Warren. I'm not going to post his other one, which he put in the Facebook group today, because that's an OCP one, which is his cavalry one, which is just beyond.
Oh yes. It's just
so good. Here is this guy. I think he's a halfling monk.
Smart, man. Smart.
How good's that?
Nice base as well.
Very cool.
Yeah, lovely. And that's 3D. I believe that's 3D printed as well.
Oh, very nice. That is very nice.
That is very good. Well, there we go. That's all of the pictures. Again, we can't show them all, otherwise we'd be here until Thursday, swooning over all the fantastic work that people are putting in. Because I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I love browsing the group. The inspiration and the control I have over my wallet is also linked to that Facebook group. Like I say, Matthew and his Horus Heresy stuff. Far too much temptation there. Far too much temptation.
Yeah.
But there we go.
So
Chaps,
if we got some before we go, what have we decided on? What are our 5?
The 5. Okay,
the 5 commandments.
Yes. So, number 1. This was from Robin, wasn't it? If you can count your projects, you don't have too many. Makes sense. Definitely makes sense. Number 2, courtesy of Martin. No 28mm miniature should come in no more than 7 pieces.
Definitely.
Number 3, don't overthink. That's very similar to Ken's just do it. I like that. I like Ken, just do it. Number 4, your models your way. And number 5, always help a new hobbyist or gamer.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm not going to say what Dom's 6th one was because I'm going to read it out anyway. It's probably going to get me a load of shit, but here we go. Dom's 6th point was avoid Rubicon models. Which I 100% do not agree with. I've got that I enjoyed that Rubicon truck, and these USMC that Rubicon have made are some. I've said before, they're some of the nicest plastics I have ever worked with. They are phenomenally good. So Dom, just because you've had some bad experiences, mate.
I do sort of agree with him. Because that truck was I like how it looks. Rubicon to me are a bit like Victrix. Is in like I like how it looks at the end, but I don't like
exactly. It's not about the journey. It's about the end result.
Yeah,
that's like the opposite of like any piece of life advice that you're given. It's all about the journey. That's what normally say. You'd be like the world's worst life coach.
I know.
I'm not trying to coach for life. I'm trying to coach for you to have good models.
I've got plenty of good models. And now I have a Rubicon one.
Ken won't be giving any inspirational talks at Crackcon 3. That should come as no surprise to anyone, really. But yeah, so there are the 5 commandments. We're not including the Rubicon because I like Rubicon kits.
So do I.
So we're going to leave it at that.
I like
those
how
USMC. I've really enjoyed them. We're 2 minutes into overtime. What's going on? It's too hot for this tomfoolery. It has cooled down quite a bit here. Thankfully, it's cooled down a bit. Big thank you to everyone that showed up and made suggestions for the PCP Commandments. Big thanks to everyone that is watching this on the replay. Thank you very much. Always appreciate it. There's still a very small handful of tickets for Crackcon. So Martin posted the link earlier. And do you want to add something to that?
No, I was just going to say, and of course, it's in the Facebook group.
Yes, the Facebook group as well. And talking to the Facebook group, if you're not a member, do womble across, answer Dom's mystical 3 questions, and ye shall be granted entry to the Facebook group.
That's it, and it's sorry, I don't know why I interrupted you. It's the heat. I'm sorry.
I like womble.
It's Dom. It's Dom next week. He's doing.
Oh, is it?
He's
back, isn't he?
And I'm not here. I'm on holiday. I'm in Yorkshire.
All right, okay. So it's back to 3 of us next week. Dom's back from drinking the blue filth that he's currently imbibing at the moment. So again, massive thanks to everyone that showed up tonight. We will catch you all next week on. Where do you say you're off to Yorkshire, aren't you, Ken?
Yeah, no, I wanted to go to Lancashire. That was my first choice because it's better, but.
Ken's gonna kill you, dude. Ken is gonna just like.
I was actually.
No,
to be fair, I did want to stay in Lancashire because it was that side of the mountains I wanted to stay because it just looked more rural. It didn't have places like Holwyn.
And on that,
mate,
bomb,
you don't want to get into this argument because you have no. Oh man. No. We're not for. I think end it now.
Right, we're going to go for Yarkshire Ken tracks the other Ken down and butchers him. Right, we'll see you all next week on Dom's channel. Everyone, take care. Have a good week.
Bye bye.
I love. They're fucking still going in the chat.
Oh, Jesus.